Do you ever get that feeling? That prickling on the back of your neck? Like you're not really alone? Most nights, working security at the old Whitaker building, that's all it was. Just a feeling. Nerves. The place, it has history. Built in the 50s, used to be some kind of administrative office for a company that went bust decades ago. Now it's mostly empty. Just dusty file rooms, echoing hallways, and me, Mike Henderson. Lone wolf on the graveyard shift. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Easy money, they said. Quiet, they said. Mostly it was quiet. Just the groan of old pipes settling, the whine of the ancient elevator machinery down in the shaft. Sometimes the scuttle of something small in the walls. Rats. Had to be rats. But things started changing about a month ago. Small things. Things you could almost laugh off. Almost. Like the lights. Section B, basement corridor. They'd flicker like crazy whenever I did my rounds. Not the bulbs, I checked. The wiring. Like something was drawing power nearby. Then there were the cold spots. Walking down a hallway, perfectly normal temperature, then bim, a wave of icy air right to the bone. Gone as quick as it came. Draft? Maybe. But it felt focused, like walking through a ghost. And the sounds, God, the sounds. Not the pipes, not the rats. This was different, like whispering, muffled. Like someone was talking low, urgently on the other side of the drywall. I'd freeze, hold my breath, and it would stop. Just the pounding of my own heart. I started carrying my heavy mag light like a club. Told myself it was the wind, the building settling, my tired brain playing tricks after hours of silence. But the silence, it started feeling less empty, more watchful. Then came the footsteps. Above me, on the second floor. Clear, heavy footfalls when I knew the building was empty. I'd radio it in, heart hammering, take the stairs two at a time, flashlight beam cutting the dusty dark, and find nothing. Just empty offices, dust motes dancing in my light. The footsteps would start again, behind me this time. Down the hall I just checked. It was like whatever it was toying with me, circling. I started living on the monitors. 16 grainy views of empty corridors and vacant rooms. That's when I saw it. Just a flicker. On camera 7, basement storage west. The shape, dark, humanoid, slipping behind a stack of old furniture pallets. Gone before I could even blink. I rewound the feed, static. Just static where the figure should have been. My supervisor said it was a glitch. Old wiring. Told me to get more sleep. But I knew. Something was in this building with me. And it didn't want to be seen. The breaking point, it was the smell. Near the back wall of the main basement storage area. Damp concrete, mildew, that's normal. But this was underneath it. Sickly sweet. Like rotten fruit and something else. Metallic. Coppery. Old blood. Made my stomach turn. And it was strongest near this one section of wall, hidden behind decades of junk, broken chairs, rolled up carpets, boxes of God knows what. I don't know what possessed me. Maybe sleep deprivation. Maybe sheer, stupid terror that needed an answer. Last Tuesday night, I started clearing it, dragging the crap away. Sweat pouring down my back, my mag light shaking in my hand. The smell got worse, thicker. And the whispering, it was louder now. Angry, hissing. Like static from a broken radio, but forming almost words I couldn't quite catch. The wall, it sounded hollow. Not just hollow, false. Like a stage prop. I ran my fingers over the rough concrete and found it. A seam. Almost invisible. A hairline crack running vertically, then turning horizontal. A door. A hidden door. Voice drops to a horrified whisper. Oh God. The smell hit me like a physical blow. I gagged. My flashlight beam cut into the pitch black and found a space. Maybe 4 feet deep, 6 feet wide. Not a room. Not a cell. A den. And it wasn't empty. There was a filthy mattress on the floor. Stained dark. Thick plastic sheeting nailed crudely over a tiny vent high up. And restraints. Leather straps bolted to the wall. Old cracked leather. But beside the mattress, empty plastic water bottles. New looking. Candy bar wrappers. Recent dates. And a notebook. A cheap, spiral-bound notebook. Sitting right there. Like it was waiting. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely open it. The writing, cramped, frantic. Page after page. Not dates. Times. My patrol schedule. Notes about my routes. Guard checks B corridor 11:15 p.m. A guard eats a sandwich at desk 1:30 a.m. Descriptions, what I was wearing. Comments. The guard looks tired tonight. Guard jumped at pipe noise, funny, and sketches, rough but recognizable. My face, seen from angles, high up, like from the ceiling vents, or inside the walls. Panicked whisper, I dropped the book. I didn't scream. I couldn't. My throat locked. That bang, it wasn't near the stairs. It was close. Too close. I fumbled for my radio. Dead. Just static. My phone, no signal. Down here in the concrete tomb. Someone was coming. Not running. Walking. Like they had all the time in the world. Like they knew. The beam of my mag light was shaking wildly, bouncing off the filthy walls of that horrible little space. I backed out, stumbling over the junk I'd moved. I didn't look back. I just ran. Blind terror. Down the dark corridor, away from the footsteps, away from that room, away from the notebook filled with the intimate details of my fear. I made it out. Called the cops from the parking lot. Shaking so hard I could barely dial. They came. Searched the basement. Found the room. Took the notebook as evidence. They found nothing else. No fingerprints. No DNA on the mattress or the restraints that matched anyone in the system. The recent wrappers? Could have blown in, they said. The notebook? Could have been left by anyone anytime. They dusted for prints. Nothing useful. They think maybe it was a prank. Some kids. Or maybe I wrote it myself. Stress. Sleep deprivation? They suggested I take some time off. See someone. Voice thick with unspeakable dread, but I know what I saw. What I read. What I felt in that room. Someone was watching me. For weeks. Maybe longer. Living in the walls of that godforsaken building. Knowing my routines. My fears. Laughing at me. And that person. They weren't in that room when the police arrived. They weren't caught. I quit the job. Obviously. But it's not over. Every night when the house is quiet, I hear things. The creak of a floorboard that shouldn't creak. A faint whisper in the heating vent. I check the locks 3 times. 4 times. I stare at the walls, wondering what's behind the drywall. Is it just pipes? Insulation? Or is it something else? Something that learned how to hide. Something that knows how to watch. The police found nothing, but I found the room. And whoever was inside, they found me first. They're still out there. Maybe closer than you think. Maybe right behind your wall, listening right now.